All right. I am going to go ahead and get started because we do only have a 30-minute session for this. Paper is one of the ones that we do a little bit shorter because it's a lot more just informative for you guys, showing how the students how to log in and for you guys to kind of see the teacher dashboard. And then I do have some resources for you. I did get a lot of these resources on Thursday, and so I'm putting them into there. And if you guys need more time to kind of explore, they are going to be there for you. If after exploring you go, oh my gosh, I'm really confused, I need some help, then you can reach out and I can give you that support as well. So my name is Tina Lanu. I'm a teacher on special assignment in the Innovation and Learner Engagement Department. My email is CLanu because I am a Christina, but I do go by Tina. So if you type in that T Lanu, you will not find me. And then if you would like to schedule office hours, if you need some more support with either paper or something else with the digital tools, we are here to support you. So you can click on the office hours and it will guide you straight to scheduling something that fits into my calendar. So paper tutoring, you're here, so you hopefully have heard of paper tutoring. Most of the schools you guys represent, you guys have a larger usage with it. So I'm so excited to see some new faces and some that are returning. So paper tutoring is an online tutoring service for all of our 7th through 12th grade students. And they have access to this 24/7. And for unlimited sessions and an unlimited amount of time. We had an RVS student last year. I think the student had multiple 8 to 12 hour sessions with tutors, and we were blown away. And after going back and reading through those transcripts, it was academic the entire time, and they went through multiple tutors. They just wanted that support and help. It was great, but also at the same time, we want to make sure that we're getting those students that support anytime they need it. And it also includes, I think, over 200 academic subject areas. So it has your academic content areas. And then it also goes into some specialty ones. Math is kind of the main, I think most teachers think, paper tutoring, okay, you can get help with math, but there is a wide variety of subjects that the students can get help with and support with. So it's not just for math, it's not just for language arts, it's really for any of those subjects that the students have. There is also a review center. It used to be called Essay Review. Now they've changed it to Review Center. So it used to be a 24-hour turnaround. Now it gives the students an ETA of when it will be done. So in the morning, I noticed it's about 2 hours. And then getting closer to the end of the day, it's about 8 to 12 hours turnaround time. So it's really great for these students to be able to get, again, those unlimited sessions. It walks them through, the tutors will look at grammar, content, and structure of all of their papers, but the students also can upload directions from you guys in order to know what it is that they need specific help with. And I'll go into that in a little while. So the tutors, this was a quote from one of our students last year from Gage. So the tutor was really teaching me, and I feel way confident for my test tomorrow. They can use paper to help them study. So if they're talking to the tutor about what it is that they have a test for, that's a way to do that as well. They don't just have to have a problem. They can have them support them in studying. So this is a Canadian-based company. They have tutors all over the world. I was at Miller today, and 2 of the teachers that were there, their students actually use paper, and they are in college, and they actually wanted to become paper tutors to get some extra money. So it's a great way for our students who graduate. They're able to now do this because they know how paper works. So they're highly trained, they're experts in the fields that they're working on. A lot of them are those college and graduate students, and they're really committed to helping our students succeed. One of the best things about paper is they're not just giving the students the answers. So they go through questioning the students to really help them get those skills that they need to understand the concept that they don't understand. And another part is the transcripts are all recorded. So if you haven't visited your teacher dashboard yet, we are going to do that in a little bit. And you guys are able to kind of see the running text-based session of what the students and the tutor were going through. So if there is an issue, then we're able to go through and see that as well. So to get started, I'm going to show you guys the students first, and then we're going to go into kind of the teacher view and how you guys log in. So the students log in through Clever. So they're going to find the paper icon. It's going to be towards the bottom. They can favorite that. It will move it to the very top. Same with you guys as well. You will log in through Clever. If for some reason it doesn't work, you'll go to paper.co and use your single sign-on with Google. Okay, so again, we're going to do that. You don't have to worry about doing it now. The first time the students log in, they will have to sign a code of conduct. It's just telling them that they need to be respectful. They need to keep those conversations academic, and we're not sharing any personal information. So really that digital citizenship that our students should have already, just letting them continue with that. Classroom etiquette, the essay review, internet safety, and that academic integrity. Those are those commitments the students are making when they're using paper. So the student dashboards, the student logs in, it will welcome them, and then their dashboard will have, I know it's a little hard to see here, when the students log in, whatever, so their math teacher, it will actually show the math teacher's name so they can make that connection for the subject and then the teacher who is assigned to that. So if your name is there, that means you're going to be getting reports and you'll be able to see the transcripts for that student. It does have 4 different languages. So we have English, French, Spanish, and Mandarin. So they're able to change their entire screen to have it be in the language that they would prefer. So if you have students that are taking Spanish, they can keep it in English, but they can go to a Spanish tutor and they can be able to have that interaction with them and practice the language that they need for that foreign language class. So to start a chat, there's 2 different ways for them. They can just type it in that question spot. This will not take them to a content specific tutor. The tutor may switch them around. So we really want to get the students in the habit of clicking on the blue Ask a Tutor button under the subject that they are a part of. I cannot emphasize this enough that these are live people. I tell the students that all the time. It's not a robot. You don't have to ask them if they are a robot. They really are live people. It may take them a little bit of time to get to the student. So we cannot do this when we only have 5 minutes to spare. This is I'm sitting down, I'm going to work through the problems. It's going to take me maybe a little bit to get through that. So it's really important for the students to know that. They can send files. So if they're taking a screenshot of something they're working on and send it to the tutor, but they can also use the whiteboard feature that's built in to paper tutoring. So they write it on the whiteboard, they send it to the tutor, and now the tutor can open it up and help them go through those problems as well. Looks just like a chat. So it has the students on the right in blue, the tutor is going to be over on the left. This is what it will look like if you look at the student transcripts as well. So on the teacher dashboard, you have the ability to look at it as a student, but also as a teacher. So you have your dashboard, your students, and the activity. So students will pull up all of your students that you have. The activity is going to be the most current. You can see the student, the sessions that they had, and then if there was any flags as well. There's also a great resource center that is new for paper. So if you are interested in going through, that's going to be on that bottom right-hand corner where you see that person with the little book. They're able to answer a ton of questions there as well. So here's just kind of an example of the dashboard. So you'll see students' last name, first name, how many sessions they have. If they've done any essays, when their last activity was, and if there's a flag. So you can see at the top right here, there was a flag, so you can click on it and it will explain what the flag is. So if the student is breaking part of the code of conduct, that's going to flag them and it's going to notify someone at our district office in our IT team, and they'll be able to communicate with admins and teachers if needed. The student transcripts is a great way to model for your students, maybe proper etiquette of what you should be doing with a student. You can get rid of names. So the great part is you just click on it, you can get a link, and it takes away all the personal information for you to be able to use. So it's not sharing a specific student. Now they can all see it. It's just the conversation and how they were able to communicate using the whiteboard or the files. So using that as an instructional tool, if you share students, this could be a great way to have that collaboration with them as well. Once your students start using paper fairly regularly, you will be getting teacher reports that come out to you. They're emailed to you once a month. I don't get them, so this is what I was told that they look like. Those of you who have gotten them before, hopefully it looks the same. It will tell you the most popular concepts for them, top students who are using paper, and it could just be one student who used it, so they were your top student that day as well. So now it's your turn. I know I talk for a lot, but I want you guys now to be able to log in. So there's two ways to log in. Again, we're going to either log in through Clever. If that doesn't work, you can go to paper.co and log in using your Gmail. Then explore the activity tabs and explore the resources. I am here. I will mute myself though. I'm going to turn on the timer for 5 minutes. You can either unmute and ask questions or put them in the chat for me, okay? Any questions before we move on? I know Persephone was having those issues. Anyone else having trouble getting on? Moving forward, we have the review center. This is probably my favorite feature of paper. So the review center is going to be where students can submit any sort of writing. So essay, creative writing, scientific writing, college admission writing, other writing projects, and resume. So those are the choices that they have when they're submitting it, that they can choose one of those to just let the tutor know what type of writing it is for them. To go to the review center on the right side of their screen, it'll say submit work for review. They click on there. Now they'll be able to upload. Before, those of you who have ever used paper before, the students had to download their Google Doc as a PDF. Then they'd have to find it and upload it. Now they don't have to do that. They can just click on Google Drive and it pulls up all the different files for them for Google Drive. They choose the file they would like, and now it gets put straight into it, and it creates the PDF for them. So it took off that last step, which was so hard for the students to be able to download it and find it and put it there, and it just was that much longer. So they would title it, they'd select what language it's in, what type of submission it is. So we went through those. They would choose one of those 6 that we looked at. If you gave them any instructions, they can upload those as well. Copy paste if it's from Google Classroom. If it's a PDF or doc, they can upload it from Google Drive. And then at the very bottom, you can see that big blue strip or bluish purple strip. That's where it's going to tell them how long it is until their essay will be finished. So it gives them a time frame. This is great because before it used to be a 24-hour turnaround. Now they'll actually know, okay, this will be done in 8 hours or 4 hours or 2 hours, whatever it is. And then they submit it for review. Once it's submitted for them, at the very top where it says review center, they'll see a little 1 or a 2 or a 3. It'll be an orange notification. Just like if you were to get a text message, you have a notification that it's there. They have the same thing in the review center. So now they would click on review center, find their writing. They would look at the comments that the tutor made. And now they get this PDF with yellow highlighting all over it. This yellow highlighting is going to be comments that the tutors have left for them. So they'll click on there, a little Post-it note will pop up, and it will give them guidance on how to improve their writing. Now remember, the tutors do not just say, you need to change this, you need to do this. It gives them questions. So now they have a starting point. They could come to you or go to a peer and go, this is what they told me I need to do. Can you help me with that? They could even now start a session with a tutor and say, hey, this is what they told me to do. I'm unsure what it means. So if they put a comma instead of a period, the tutor will say, make sure you look at your punctuation and know the punctuation rules. So I don't tell them they need a period. They really go through and guide them on their essay or writing, not essay, writing, the writing that they're doing. Some new features that are coming to Paper is the Google extension. So Google Chrome extension means that they are not going to have to go to Clever and open up a tutoring session anytime they need it. They'll be able to chat with a tutor right in what it is they're working on. So if they're working on a writing and they need their introduction paragraph, they could just open it up and now they can copy and paste with a tutor right there in that Google Doc and not have to worry about, going back into Clever, finding their paper, shrinking it to make it so they can see. It really is going to help with that. So that is coming, hopefully within the next couple weeks. And then the next is a Math Live. So this is just an interactive way for the students to practice math, not a specific concept. It's very interactive. You can kind of see how I was able to drag the 3 over to the 2. So it's a great little tool for the students. Not going to show you the video, but you're able to send this to your students. They have gotten this already this year. We emailed it out once to all of the students. So if you want them to see it, it kind of just walks them through how to get on Paper. Paper does have an app, and they are able to, I know phones are an issue at many schools, but if they are at home, they're able to use that app in order to take the pictures if they need to take pictures and send it to the tutors. That's a great way for them to be able to do that. So they can select the language, they can start a chat, they can look at previous chats that they've already done as well. Okay, I only have a few minutes, so I'm gonna try to hurry through this. If you have to leave, please make sure there's some things I need you guys to do at the end, but I totally understand. I am doing modeled lessons in classrooms if that is something that you are interested in. I come in, I walk the students through Paper, how to get on, how to start a session, and how to upload an essay or upload a writing. If you're interested, you can sign up there. You can get with your team if you would like to do that as well. Those are some options for you. Putting the paper into your email signature is also a great way to just kind of showcase if you're emailing students for any reason. They'll constantly see that. Auto replies for late at night or on weekends or over holidays, just letting students know I'm unavailable, but here these paper tutors are there as well. And then also incorporating it into assignments, not just writing, into assignments, making them talk with a tutor before they come to you or before they turn that in is a great way to get them using it. So there are some editable resources that Paper has provided for middle and high school. They have some exit tickets, ways to integrate it into your classroom. So there's a lot of resources there. I have not gone through them all yet, but I did want to share those with you guys. We do have flyers for you. Hopefully you've seen them at your sites already. They are there for you guys to be able to share. If you want to put that digitally, you can do that as well. There's a square one for social media if you'd rather do that, if you have a class page. We send out student emails, so the students are getting this paper information that we'll send it out multiple times throughout the school year. And then here's just some tips and tricks for students, how to start a conversation with a tutor, how to end. If you're stuck and don't know how to ask for help, they can go through these as well. These are all clickable for you guys to get the PDFs if you would like them. All right, I sped through that last piece. Does anyone have any questions on anything Paper before we go into the last piece? All right. Oh, Eric.
For the Spanish portion of this, do you know if they grade essays as well, or they can help students with writing?
Yeah, so when they do the essay review, it actually asks them what language it's in. So if they're turning something in Spanish, then all they do is they put Spanish there, and now the tutors will know that they're asking for the support in Spanish. Yeah.
All right. And also, well, this is not live, right? So they wouldn't be able to practice their speaking, right? Or their,
Yeah, so it's all written. It's nothing, they're not videoing or
okay.
audio or any of that. Yeah.
Okay. Got it. All right. Thank you.
Security reasons. Safer with chat.
Thank you.